I'll be back into the Human Crazy University episode 12. As your number 7, I'll give it like number 7. And now I'll be starting off my reaction in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, at this point, Kentucky really call himself ordinary. I mean, the motherfucker survived a hanging, being stabbed. I think the dude is not even, can't even quantify someone even normal anymore. Yeah, I mean, the fucking, oh, never mind. That's smart, actually. Right, Kito's, you know, oh, shit, oh, I mean, that was not a bad time for Kito, though, but he did not completely think it through. That guy, like, a fucked up way of actually dying. He gets killed by, like, dogs instead of, oh, that doesn't make sense to be the episode that ends off since I don't know, man, what's the last episode? It makes sense that the opening would actually have sound effects this time, you know? The opening's way better with sound effects, especially with, like, the prison sound effect one. Okay. Actually, I'm surprised more anime don't do this, where you've got your normal opening and you got one with sound effects. I mean, this adds a lot to this series, just sound effects to the opening. But for some series in comparison, I wouldn't add that much having the addition of sound effects. That guy looks like Smash going through a freaking panic attack in the opening. No, even like how it goes far, even like having a sound effect for like the water, like the. Yeah, I mean, I'll actually have to rewatch the opening again just because when I'm done reacting to the episode, because the opening with sound effects is actually pretty fire. At least there's actually a little bit more animation. Kind of still wish to be some hair movement, but it's actually better than nothing. Yeah, they actually put effort into animation this time, which is, I mean, hey, that's better considering it's the last episode of this series. I'm guessing. Yeah, it runs so many ways. I like how instead of actively trying to avoid the danger, trying to do. Oh, I mean, they're all pairs of idiots, and then like that. Oh, I'm gonna imagine they're all gonna die except for Sasuke. Oh, never mind. Thought for a second they were gonna crash into some kind of object that would kill them all except for Satake, because that's like the most Satake thing. Like he'll survive beats that normally would kill anything else. Even if they were to interrogate him, he wouldn't even know jack shit as to where Sasuke is. I'm sure they probably never heard of him. I mean, he tried. Okay, so let's look up some pretty ass names. And I am surprised Kido can actually, you know what? No, I guess it does make sense that Kido's fit, considering if he's it's exotic food and travels around the world. The dude must have stamina. I do want to see a blonde fuck executed. Or hell, I wouldn't mind seeing this guy actually tortured during the bullshit he's done. I have a, I have a feeling that whatever the blonde he sent's gonna be the one that actually finds Taki and cause problems. I would not have gotten close to the guy with the freaking machete at all. Oh man, they should have been alarmed when they saw this motherfucker with a fucking machete. I don't know. That's a cool one, Jose. Taki. Oh shit. Okay, Jack is a certified piece of shit. That doesn't even surprise me that that's the dude's nickname, considering the first thing they do to introduce him is they have him just cut someone's head off. That's definitely self-explanatory. I mean, this dude has amazing abilities for perception. Kinda wish that when it came to the blood splat effects, they actually went animated because it makes the damage that stuff he's taking actually look more intense. Again, this is still a 10 scene though. And the thing is right now, Chio doesn't have something called leverage. Unfortunately for her anyway. Hmm. Oh, can only hope the idiots are about to find Satake. Oh, I'm assuming he's gonna go straight for the head. You know, of all the things Satake could survive from, I don't think him losing his head would be something he'd be able to survive from. Otherwise, I think the odds would be extremely low. You know, either Mother Nature must hate Satake or he must love him because that happened at the perfect time. I like how say Claudio was all fucking prepping from Mother Nature's like, nah. Yeah, that'd be like the most fucked up death, like being killed by his sentimental object. Yo, that'd be fucking sad. Yeah, I seriously hope that something like goes down. I really hope Jack just changes himself. I wonder when a torturer is gonna show up though. Mm. It actually has a good point. Whoa, okay, that's a bitch ass move hitting the defenseless lady like that. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm glad there's still like 4 minutes left because that would have been like the end of the anime. That'd be like some of the darkest shit ever. I'll be like, well, shit. Just imagine what shows up in the helicopter actually ends up being the torturer. That's a twist I could actually get behind. You know, I'm not even shocked that he survived. Okay, now it's even just suck. I'm like, come on now. There's only so much suspension of disbelief I can believe. Like, I can understand so talking maybe surviving being choked because of his near mortal feats, but come on. Now Jack suddenly having like bad aim. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I got this thing with a freaking beast. Okay, this is a homie. Oh, that's oh yo, that's nice. I was I didn't recognize that he was a grenade dude. I kinda like that. Shows you that Satake's kindness is actually what saved him because if you didn't show mercy towards that man, he'd have been straight up dead. Oh, that's sad. What the fuck? Aw, that is on some, like, Kit Kat Edison Jack right there. Ah, that's kinda sad. Oh, shit, it's the torture. Oh, that's beautiful. There's no way this guy's gonna get spared. What a fucking savage. Is this dude got fucking powers? And, that's a fitting place for Jack. Fucking good. Aw, that's sad. Oh! Are they giving me hope? How did you I mean, I'm glad, but how the fuck did you see survive? It must have been really stale. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, I might have to test that out eventually. I look at you, dude, oh, sound effect. This is a good series. What do you mean by bug, though? Well, that'd be good luck though, 'cause she lived? I mean, that's good luck, though. I mean, finally he's got the happy ending, he actually deserves one. I like this, you actually see the torturer legitimately smile for once at a happy ending. Hmm. I don't think you ever forget about these stooges. I mean, they're stooges, but man, are they lovable. Hmm. Oh, this is actually he's gonna wanna try all the exotic food, I'm guessing. Hmm. That does make sense. That is his goal in life. I'm not even surprised when the dude is self-sufficient. Well, yeah, she deserves it. Hmm. Hey, that's actually fair. Mhm. Yeah, without that, they'd have been fucking dead. Oh, I really like Keith. He's a cool side character. Oh, the scientists will be doing and talking about creepy shit. Doesn't completely surprise me though. There's some things he best let. Yeah, there's some things he better not be off not knowing. I agree with him. He wants to experiment on him. That's pretty obvious. Yeah, and he hasn't ever been subtle about it either. He is looking like, what the fuck? That's true, but hey, his survival feats are pretty impressive. Bullshit. Oh, wait, what? Is there a clone? How in the? Oh, that's kinda creepy. Well, yeah. Oh, no. Come on, don't do this, anime, come on. That'd be kinda sad if right when he gets happiness, he dies. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought for a second it's gonna storm and the plane's gonna crash. Oh, no. Oh, come on, don't tell me it's gonna end like this. Wait, what? Oh, come on. After all that, they're just gonna have him killed off, probably killed off. I mean, if you're gonna do it, then just do it, but holy cow. Really? Ah, 'cause that feels like set up for a season 2, like, this coulda had a perfect ending, but it's like, nah. Well, here's what I'm gonna rate this episode. If I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being unexpectedly exceptional, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 'Cause it was nice getting to see Jack killed and all that, and it was so dang that satisfying seeing even the torturer brought back for an episode that killed Jack, don't get me wrong. And it was nice seeing Chie's characterization, seeing that's how she would give up her own life to save Sasuke, just like Sasuke would do the same. So while the characterization was great, the ending kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth because I'm like, um, this ending definitely shows off that this series to end satisfactory. It actually kind of would need a season two because it's like you just don't end off like that with like the main couple being happy with like yeah, I'm saying it again. Yeah, with like the plane looking like it's about to fucking blow up. I mean, yeah, you that ending is that ending is really unsatisfactory here. Yeah, because I rewatched it again. Like yeah, the ending is rage inducing because it's like, yes, I enjoyed the series, but the ending kind of leaves a sour in my taste in my mouth. So yeah, I was gonna rate this last episode 9 out of 10 because originally the only flaws would have been when Jack is shooting the gun, he's obviously like missing shots that he should be making towards the Satake and all that kind of jazz. But in saying that, it was satisfying seeing Jack taken down. Even like having all of Satake's friends, like the brothers, help him out, and the professors show up. All those were positive elements, but yeah, I'd be lying if I said yeah, the ending didn't piss me the fuck off. Now, my rating for the series, if I were to rate this one on the scale, I'll say 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being out of 10 being exceptional. I was gonna give this series a score of a 7 out of 10 for good above average, but the ending makes me drop. No, yeah, the ending, straight up, the ending makes me drop it by 2 full scores. Now I'm gonna drop it to a 5 out of 10 for average because it's like that's like a whole fuck you to the people watching the series type of ending because it's like, yeah, we may have resolved the whole Satake's innocence thing because all this time they finally revealed that she wasn't killed by Satake. And while, yes, those were positives, there's a big ass negative elephants in the room. And the elephants in the room when it comes to this episode is the fact that, unfortunately, this series is going to have one of the most unsatisfactory endings of all time because they spent so many episodes trying to build up either Satake is going to have a major death or he's going to live a happy life. And then right when we're about to potentially get a great ending for him, the series is like, nah, fuck you. We're just going to have him killed, potentially. And they just end without even starting the cliffhanger. Like, if this series is going to either commit to either having Satake live or die, then commit to one of the two. Don't just fucking pussyfoot. Show off if he's gonna fucking die then. If he's gonna die. Or show off if he's gonna live. He's gonna live. Don't just have him in the fucking middle. That's why this series loses 2 full grades for me, because the ending is a slap in the face, because it's like, okay, if he dies, yes, that'd be a sad ending, but hey, if Satake were to die, I'd be like, well, that's life. It'd be sad, but at least it commits to the ending. If he lives, and be like, okay, you know what? Nice happy ending. What the series did was unnecessarily complicated things for itself in it doing that kind of ending. That's why I'm not a big fan of its open-ended ending. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of whenever anime do open-ending endings. I think it's just BS most of the time whenever that's done. Yeah, the ending, at least what it's going to be trying to end off with, it's unsatisfying. I'd be alive if I said, oh, yes, it's perfectly satisfying. No, hell no. So that right there does make things a bit disappointing. I'd be alive if I said, oh, yeah, it doesn't make things disappointing. Now, in saying that, though, despite yes, this series, while yes, its ending really did piss me the fuck off, it did have some positives going for it, this series, because even though, yeah, I may be pissed off with the ending, at the very least, this series had likable characters, so that's probably one of the few things that I can say with a straight face that's like, you know what? It does enough to the point where it's like, I am not going to give it a super low rating because, yeah, the ending is like the opposite of what's great, but hey, at the very least, though, this series had some good characters because I love Satake. I love the heart. The series did have sad moments, so like when the couple died, or when the old man died. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were positives here, but it's like, holy shit. The positives, they're almost outweighed by the negatives, but not completely, which is why if I had to rate this, I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 10 because it does enough to be average at the very least. But holy shit, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't unsatisfied with the end result because the end result is pretty unsatisfying. Now, in saying that, though, the characters were good, though. I thought Jack was an engaging antagonist, and hell, seeing Jack taken down was fucking satisfying. That I won't deny. And here's another thing I loved about this series, too, because even though, yes, the ending wasn't to my liking, at the very least, though, even though, yeah, the ending wasn't to my liking, at the very least, this series also had tense moments. Like anything involving the torturer was pretty tense. Like when it came to the torturer doing his investigation on Satake, I was wondering, oh shit, is he gonna actually get the good facts or is he gonna go towards some like information that's gonna lead him in the wrong direction? Thankfully, he was led to the right direction with his investigation, but I like that little element and touching. And the torturer was actually a pretty surprisingly wholesome character when he was happy that Satake was for the most part set up with a happy ending. And yeah, I even liked the quirkiness of the doctor too. I thought he was a pretty fun character. Kita was nice. I love how he clutched up and helped out Satake at the end of the day. I thought that was pretty badass. So all in all, the characters in the series are pretty dang lovable. Hell, they even even some of the side characters contributed more than I could have expected. And aside from that, the episode had great the episodes had, aside from great writing, they actually had a nice bit of levity going towards it, actually. And even though the animation was some of the worst I've seen for an anime production, the directing staff, they did such a great job of what they had to work with in the writing staff that it's like, you know what? They, at the very least, made something watchable, which, considering the series seemingly had no budget because there was no animation, that's a feat for the production staff, making something that, for the most part, narratively worked. Now, in saying that, aside from the ending, there were some issues, though, here and there. Like, for example, some of the narrative issues the series had, though, aside from its ending, were the fact that when Satake went to Mexico, everyone was like, stood up speaking Japanese. They didn't acknowledge the fact that they were in Mexico. So that kind of irked me that they didn't acknowledge the language differences because it's like, yeah, it got a little bit undetail oriented there in some instances, which kind of does affect my thoughts on the series. Or those bits like when Jack is shooting at Satake, there was a lot of obvious plot armor going on because, like, bruh, how do you miss multiple times against someone that's right there in broad view? There's like no way you should be fucking missing. Like, no fucking way. But yeah, he was conveniently missing. So yeah, there were instances where the plot armor was really fucking obvious too for when it comes to this series. But in saying that though, despite some of those issues, this series had mostly positive elements going for it. It's just that it's dragged down by its ending. Now, in saying that, if the series were to ever get a season two, then my thoughts on the series would change. Like, if this were to ever get a season two, or even an OVA episode that just shows us how he survives, or if he dies in an airplane, then I'd be like, okay, I could bump up my score from a 5 out of 10 to at least a 6 out of 10 above average. Or at least something like that, you know? But that's a big ass if, and that's only if it were to ever get more, though. And the question would be if this series were to ever get more, though. That's the $1,000,000 question here. It all really just depends at the end of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the series. it was really fun up to the point of the ending, which just felt like a figurative slap to the face to anyone that's been keeping up to the series week by week for the most part. But, anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the series. It was pretty darn good up until the ending. But, anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts about how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see y'all later if y'all come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye, y'all.